Hi girls, Miss Chandler here, and today we're going to be taking a virtual field trip around the Kelp Forest. Here's a map of the Santa Barbara coastline. The orange circle with kelp plants that I drew on the screen represents our local kelp forest. This kelp forest is located between the Channel Islands and our beaches and is home to many different animals. Let's take a look at our local giant kelp. The first arrow is pointing to the holdfast, which is similar to the roots of a plant, as it holds the kelp to the rocks below, helping it stay in place during big waves. The second arrow is pointing to the stipe, which is similar to the stem of a plant, as it helps support other parts of the kelp. These little air bubbles that the arrow is pointing to are called nematocysts. These are air-filled bubbles that help the fronds float up to the surface to get sunlight. Finally, this arrow is pointing to the frond, which acts like a leaf. These fronds take in sun's energy and turn it into food for the rest of the plant. Now that we know a little bit more about kelp, let's take a look at the animals that call the kelp forest home. This is a Garibaldi. They are the California state fish and are actually related to goldfish. Seals like the one we see here use the kelp forest to hide from predators. This leopard shark can be found in the kelp forest of Santa Barbara. These sharks lay their eggs and camouflage them into the kelp to prevent predators from eating them. Finally, sea otters use kelp fronds to float and rest. The kelp forest is also a key source of food for these otters. So you're probably wondering, why do we care about the kelp forest? The kelp forest, along with other marine plants and algae, provides 75% of the world's oxygen. Oxygen is vital to helping us breathe and live our daily lives. Right now, the kelp forest faces a really serious problem of pollution and water warming. When we take our trash and we throw away our plastic instead of recycling it, or we use too much plastic, often our plastic ends up in the ocean. This is harmful for the animals that live in the kelp forest, as well as the pollution is harmful for the plants. When there's lots of sewage and sludge being washed into the water, those kelp fronds that we saw become really limp and don't produce the oxygen that we need to breathe. However, though this may seem like a scary thought, there are some things that you can do to help the kelp forest. In order to help the kelp forest, you can reduce your use of plastic. So I use a recyclable water bottle every day. That's a really great way to eliminate a lot of plastic. Using recyclable Tupperware and plates, and using your own grocery bags when you go to the store, or making your own soaps and stuff like that are all great ways to be more sustainable. Another thing that we can do is you can come together with your family or friends. Right now it's a little bit hard because of social distancing, but maybe you and your family, the beaches are open, could go to the beach and as an outing go up and pick up the trash that is scattered around the beach, obviously using gloves and protection and stuff like that, but that's a really good way to help our environment in the kelp forest. Finally, due to CO2 emissions, so carbon dioxide is something that comes off of cars when we drive them because of the gas that we put in them, and that gas that goes up into the air creates warming of the earth. So it traps all of the heat onto the earth and it's warming up the oceans. In order for kelp to live and be healthy, they need really cold water like we have here. So as the water warms, there's less nutrients in that water and the kelp isn't able to survive. So in order to help with that, you could, instead of maybe driving to the store, you could walk to the store or bike to school or anything like that, where you can reduce your use of transportation, and walk or bike is always better for the environment. I hope you all learned something today, and I can't wait to do another virtual field trip with y'all soon. If you have any questions about the kelp forest or about anything in general, you can email us at info@girlsandguestb.org, and let us know if there's something else you would like to see or questions that you would want to be answered in videos like this. All right, thanks so much, and I will see y'all again soon. Bye.